Louisiana. We're also licensed in Florida as well as Alabama. We serve people across the United States via Zoom or other telemedicine means, and we're happy to serve you with any of our methods, whether it be for our hormones, weight loss, anti-aging, beauty, skin tips, weight loss DNA, or in any other way that we can help you on your journey to look your best and feel your best at any age. So when we think about skin, we often forget about our lips. Lips are a portion of our skin, and they have a nice pink, what we call a vermilion border to that skin, and we've got to protect it. So a lot of times we get the sunscreen on our face and hopefully on our neck, and don't forget, when we're using a sunscreen, we absolutely want one with zinc or titanium dioxide. If it doesn't have zinc or titanium, you can block getting pink or red, but you're not preventing the aging process, and you're not preventing the cancer-causing rays. Did you know that you can get melanoma of the lip? It is a thing. So if you see a strange mark, a brown or a black dot on your lip, by all means, come show your physician, because just because it's a lip doesn't mean it can't get a skin cancer too. So when we think about the skin and the lips, and we know we're going to protect the skin and the lips with sunscreen, what are some of the other things that we need to think about when we're thinking about our skin aging and skin breakdown? Well, the main component that keeps our skin plump and full of elasticity is our collagen. Believe it or not, some of the studies are showing that collagen is breaking down faster in ladies and gentlemen than it did in the past. Well, what could be the reason for that? A few reasons. Number one, there's more pollutions, more radiation in the air. Also, the layer that protects the bad sun rays from coming down, the ozone layer, that layer has been broken, that barrier has been broken for a few decades now. You'll even notice once or twice or so a year, the newscaster will say the ozone is particularly bad on such and such a day, so make sure you're outside wearing extra protection. So it's not only the radiation in the environment, the other things that we're thinking are food related. So many people now are on certain diets where they're eliminating dairy and eliminating eggs. Well, eggs and dairy are some of your protein-rich foods that feed your collagen. So if you're not going to have dairy and you're not going to have eggs, or if you might be having milk and eggs that aren't eggs that are cage-free and organic, milk that might have antibiotics or hormones in them, then we need to supplement that collagen that you would have been getting from either a better milk or a better egg product like cage-free, or if you're on a diet that eliminates dairy and eggs totally, we need to supplement that. So how would we supplement that? One of the ways we can do that is with bone broth. So you can absolutely throw a chicken in a pot, cook it down, leave the bones in, and make your own bone broth. You can also do that with beef bones as well. If you're in a rush, don't have time for that, or just want to keep it as a substantial and often part of your diet, which you should, you can now get bone broth at many of your local grocery stores. And so you want to get one, of course, that's GMO-free, gluten-free, and has no artificial ingredients. I like this particular brand, Zoop. There are lots of good brands. This one I find very tasty and doesn't have an exorbitant amount of sodium. So we can get it in our diet through bone broth. Of course, eating chicken and beef, your protein-rich foods, they give you a lot of collagen. You may be on a diet, again, that doesn't allow that. Well, perhaps you could do a chicken or beef bone broth. You can also get it from fish, and yes, there are people that make lovely fish. There are people that make lovely fish bone broth, and you can make fish soups as well. A lot of the Asian diet varieties do this an awful lot, and you can even order it in a lot of the Asian, whether it's Japanese or Chinese restaurants. Beans are another great source of collagen because they're high in protein. They're protein dense and protein rich. So make sure you're getting some of your bony materials which have collagen, whether it's from the bone broth or actually eating the beef, fish, or chicken. Another way you can get it is from collagen supplements. So our Collagen Supreme is loaded with dense types of pure collagen. You can simply put a scoop in your coffee, your water, your tea, anything that you may be drinking, and that way you know you're getting a daily dose of collagen that's going to support your collagen in your tissues, your lips and face as well. Another secondary component, which is important, not quite as important as collagen, but very important as well, is vitamin C. So vitamin C powder, that way you make sure you're getting your ample amount every single day. Otherwise, please do it in the natural variety, which would be green and red bell peppers, oranges, lemons, limes, anything citrusy. Great form of vitamin C. Vitamin A, you can get vitamin A, of course, from retin A, which we can apply. Also, vitamin A foods. So, red light therapy is another great, and there are plenty of medical spas and physicians' offices that have the red light, which is known to rebuild collagen and elastin. So, we want to repair our collagen because as we age, more collagen breaks down than we make. So, therefore, we have to replace it. So those are some of the natural things that you can do. Hyaluronic acid, retin A, and red light therapy at your physician's office. At home, you can eat collagen either naturally from a bone broth or, as we say, beef, chicken, or fish, especially the soups made from the bones, and you can supplement with a collagen vitamin. Also your vitamin C from your fruits and vegetables that contain vitamin C, as well as a vitamin C supplement. So please don't forget to visit our YouTube channel. If you've missed any of our prior YouTube events, Dr. Birkenstock's Skin Body Health, all of our YouTube videos are contained for the last few years that we present. We try to present to you guys at least twice a month. If you're watching from TikTok or Instagram, there's a store link in the bio below if you might be interested in buying our Skin Body Health products, collagen or vitamin C. For anyone who likes and shares today, for a collagen that you buy, you get one collagen for free. So that's 2 for the price of 1. So please like and share our video. We always enjoy having you, and we enjoy your questions and remarks as well. So please link in with us there, share with us, make comments. Our store, skinbodyhealth.com, is available at our website, skinbodyhealth.com, or as I said, on the links below. I'm going to bring on Michelle now, and we're going to give her lips a little bit of rejuvenation. She's already following the great protocols of putting sunscreen directly on the lips as well as her face, and she would just like to sort of get a little bit more lusciousness to those lips. So what we're going to do is enhance the lip and give it a nice, beautiful curve without hitting the duck portion, the vermilion border. So let me just briefly show you, it might be easier if I could, what that might look like. So if we're looking at the anatomy of the face, when we come to the lips, the pink all around the lips, where the pink meets the peach of the skin, that's what we call all around our vermilion border. When injectables first came out, they thought the only place we could inject the filler products was in that vermilion border. The problem with that is that border around the outside orifice of the lips has a little canal, and when you inject into it, boom, it pops out. So if you get someone who's just taken a short class and hasn't studied with some of the luminaries in the field on lips, or doesn't have enough experience, you can come out with that very exaggerated, pointy duck-like look, which isn't very appealing. What we now know to do is to go in the meat of the lips, and each lip is different. So somebody may have some asymmetries that you'd want to correct, and or someone may have a unusual shape that you kind of want to get to a more attractive shape. And then also there are people that have just those gorgeous lips that you just want to give them a little bit of a pop. We know as we age with the lips that we lose collagen and elastin in the lips, and the pink of the lips begin to turn in. It would be sort of like a tire on a car. When you lose the air, that tire crinkles down. So when we put the air back in the tire, or we put the filler back in the lip, the pink comes back out of the beautiful lip border, and it can make someone look 10 years younger. This is a young lady we did, and here's the before. So she was born with a very minimal set of lips, and she wanted a little bit of enhancement, and here's the after. So this is a younger lady, and just a beautiful girl, but she just wanted a little pop to the lips. So as you can see, the upper lip now has a beautiful curve to it. The bottom lip has a slight exaggerated pout, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. So we took a girl that was already perfect and made her lusciously perfect. Tonight we're going to do Miss Michelle. We're going to welcome her on stage now.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you.
So when you're looking at your lips, what is it that you'd like to see more of?
More of a fullness and curve at the top and some fullness
In the bottom. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to remove a little lipstick here. Always I need my glasses out that drawer. So when I make my lip formula, I always add a numbing agent to it because the lip area is a little bit sensitive. So if we've got numbing gel that we put in addition or with the filler, then the patient feels a lot less discomfort and they're more comfortable to them. And the nice thing about when you inject it that way is the minute the needle enters the lip, they begin to, it's a little sting, and then it becomes numb. And when it becomes numb, then they're so much comfortable throughout the rest of the procedure, and it's very calming to them so that they don't have to feel that intensity there. So when I look at Miss Michelle's lips, she's got a beautiful lip, and she's very similar to the client I did, Lindsay. Very precious petite lips, but when we enhance them and we go on the side, it's going to really give a luscious, curvy look to her lip profile. The amazing thing about the lips is when patients come in, they always want to know, how long is it going to take? Am I going to be in pain for half an hour? Lips literally take 3 to 5 minutes. So it's quick in, quick out. Even though there's a little bit of discomfort, it's over with very, very quickly. Yeah. So yeah. Actually, I'll let you throw your lips this way. Okay, awesome. Just regular. Let's get a good before.
Just keep going.
Okay, so when I look at Michelle's lips, what I see is that she's lost a little bit of volume in that upper lip, as we all do with time. And the bottom is still fuller, but it can use a little bit of enhancement too. So we're going to go ahead now and begin. And I don't know that you can see from the camera, I'm nowhere near that upper border. I'm right in the meat of the lip. And we're massaging it into the lip to make sure that we've got an even and symmetrical pattern. Now I'm coming across to the outer edges. Again, as we get older, the pink folds in, so we want to go out to those edges and not on the edge, but in the meat, so that we can get that lovely pink show again, which is very luscious looking. Okay. lot of times when lips are being done, a physician may neglect to do the outer rims of the lip, and you can go ahead and, yeah, turn right here, and I'll do the touch-ups from the side. And so, right, what we've got now is a beautifully enhanced upper lip and lower lip, but what we didn't do is we didn't come up here to the edge of the lip, which flips it up and makes it very duck-like looking. And the other thing we did not do is we didn't put all of the product right in the center, which used to be done, archaic, 10, 15 years ago. And what we now know is you use the majority of your product in the center button of the lip, but then if you come across and around to the outside borders of the lip, you then have a very, very luscious appearance. We have a little bit more we're going to inject. Michelle, how's the pain level?
It's fine. It's
Good.
fine.
Excellent.
Nothing at all.
Okay, so let's So that's it. Just takes a few minutes. What we're going to tell the client now is to pucker, smile, pucker, smile. It's a little harder, right? And so immediately lips swell, just like if you injured or you hurt your lip, boom, they swell immediately. So yeah, you're perfect. So they're going to look a little swollen for a day, maybe a day and a half, and they could even have a slight asymmetry. You don't want to play with it. So where you began and where you end is going to swell at a different rate, and it's going to remit at a slightly different rate. The general public wouldn't know that, but if you're looking in the mirror seeing you may sense that. So just leave it alone. The beautiful thing about lip filler is if it is properly applied and if it's put in a professional manner, if there's any slight discrepancy, it will fall right into place as long as it's been put into the proper area of the lip borders or of the lip fullness area. Any questions, Miss Michelle?
No.
Well, you look
Thank
fabulous.
you. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Any questions?
About how much does it usually cost to get lips done?
So there are many products out in the market. That's a great question. There's Restylane, there's Juvederm, there's Versa, and then several other very less popular brands, but those are the main ones. I love Versa the best. It gives the more supple, without grainy look. Sometimes if you've used some of the other products over the years, I kind of find it with Restylane, is that you'll almost get a tiny bit of a slight bubbly look to the lip after they're done time after time after time. I've never seen it with Versa. Versa's my favorite. I inject them all. Versa's a little bit more expensive than the Restylane and the Juvederm, and I think it's slight, maybe $25 or $30. Very, very slight. With Juvederm, what I have found is that where I put my product as a physician is where I want that product to stay. And with Juvederm, I've seen it move on me slightly, which is very accurate. Of course, I go back and massage into place, but if it moves that easily while I'm injecting it and putting it into the proper areas, then I worry that when someone's getting home, if they would play with it a little bit or forget and drink a lot of water bottles or something, that they might move the product around. The products are only mobile for about 48 hours, so if you really intensely got in there and beat on it, you wouldn't want to do a lot of water bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, or have a big date that night with smooching. You want to give those lips a chance to calm down and let everything set into place. So let's see if we can, let's get, maybe swing your legs around. I wonder if we can get a close-up, guys, to show that the lips are very supple, but there is no duck pointing from the profile. Let's see this way. Just beautiful. That came out beautiful. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for coming,
Thank
Michelle.
you.
Okay, so next week we will be talking about fillers, and we're going to do some fills around the face. And we can use fillers whether we're calming down wrinkles or whether we're lifting. When you put that three-dimensional feel back into a more mature skin, and sometimes we do it for young ladies who just want to get a nicer cheek profile, but on a more mature, whether it's a male or a female, in the mid-face we lose some of the fat over time, so we begin to get a little flat and sunken. So when we put the fill back in the face, it recreates that normal three-dimensional look and feel that we had when we were younger, and it absolutely fools the eye. And it can take 20 years off or more depending on the client. So we'll see you next week. We'll be doing fillers in the face, and it's been a pleasure talking with you tonight. Thank you.